Hello, friends, how are you all? So, on demand of so many, I have been recording this video in English language for the book Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, written by Stephen R. Covey. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the most decorated book written forever, and this book was written by the uh, educationist and professor of management in Harvard, Mr. Stephen R. Covey. He has researched over 3,000 successful people who were successful in all walks of life, and whether being brother, sister, uh, father, mother, friend, they were successful in all walks of life. So he researched these 3,000 successful people, and then he has chalked down this amazing stuff. This book has remained top bestseller for 64 consecutive weeks in New York Times, and 90% of the top B schools in Europe and America, this book is under their curriculum, and there might be any executive left in Fortune 500 company who has not done any course, whether it being a single day, 3 days, 7 day, 6 month, 3 month crash course. So you can better understand how effective this book is. Before going ahead, friends, this kind of video needs lot of hard work and dedication. So I would request everybody to subscribe my channel, author Ravi Sharma. This is a boost for all of us from your side, and I assure that you will get such kind of motivational videos in the coming time, right? And though these videos will really be beneficial in your life too. So let's start. First habit, that is being proactive. If something is not happening according to your mood and mental state, if you are sitting in a meeting and in that meeting you have given a suggestion and that suggestion is outrightly been rejected and your colleague's suggestion is being accepted unanimously, so are you willing to support that accepted suggestion, and are you going to give your 100% to make that suggestion a reality? If somebody has disrespected you, and even that you are in the state of calm and poise, do you have that kind of mental state? You might have heard of being active, but it is being proactive. Thomas Alva Edison, his factory burned and burnt into ashes, but he kept himself stable while his son and his wife got faint. And by holding their hands, he said, "Thank God, all our mistakes are burned, and now we can restart afresh." See the kind of stability and the kind of approach, right? This is called the proactive approach. I would like to share with you an example, a real life story of American companies, American Standard Oil Company. This was the first official billion-dollar company of the earth. Owner of the company, John D. Rockefeller, one of the employee due to whom company incurred a loss of $2 million, and that was a huge loss at that time. Rockefeller has called up that employee in his cabin, in his office. The employee was shivering, his hands were trembling, and he was expecting that he will be fired from his services today because at that time hire and fire policy was going on. The employee entered into his office Rockefeller has offered him the seat and offered him a glass of water. The employee said, "Sir, I know that I had made a blunder mistake, and that is an unforgivable mistake. So I am extremely sorry. I know that saying sorry is not commensurate, not enough, and that will not compensate the loss which has been incurred by the company." Rockefeller said, "Yes, I know. And for the same purpose, I just called you up here." He just put out a piece of paper from his drawer of the table and just started reading all the achievements that employee had done so far during the tenure of almost 25 to 30 years into the same organization. After that, he just torn that piece of paper and said that your contribution to the company is really remarkable, and I am just promoting you two levels higher so that you can take better decisions and compensate the loss which has been incurred by the company with interest. See, the level of approach these kind of people is really amazing and really appreciable. We just travel on big luxury cars. We wear three-piece suits, but a small a small problem just distract our mind, disturb us, and we get frustrated. I would like to just share with you an live example which I heard somewhere, and that is the Pramukh Swami of the maker of the Sanstha, the institution of Akshardham. Once he was in New York, room was small. One of the devotee told Swamiji, room is small. He said, smaller rooms are good, less power consumes. After a couple of weeks, he was in Toronto and the hotel room was bigger one. Devotee said, Swamiji, this hotel room is big. He said, yes, bigger rooms are good. More people can sit. So, see, the type of approach they are having, this is called the proactive approach, right? So, come to the second habit, that is begin with end in mind. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever you are starting, whenever you are starting your journey for anything, think 1,000 times before starting the thing, right? But once it has been started, right, that should be an irreversible decision for you. And you should have the capacity and capability to assess the end in your mind, right? Decide goal. Then whatever comes, just go ahead without compromising on anything that is happening outside or inside. Reader's Digest once asked 110 meters hurdle runner at Moss, Sir, in 110 meters, every 10 meters you find a hurdle, how do you see it? He was a gold medalist. He said, hurdles? I would never see them because hurdles are those when your eyes are off the goal. See how big this statement is. When the person is not seeing the hurdles, he is just seeing the victory mark only. So he has decided, he has pre-decided, he already have decided the end in mind, right? So I would like to just share with you one thing is coming in my mind about the Edison, right? Edison has done more than 10,000 experiments, ladies and gentlemen, to give us bulb as a gift. And so it became possible for all of us to be in light, right? So never compromise with your ethics, norms, discipline. Whoever you are, whatever you are, these ethics, norms, and disciplines are not going to differentiate between anybody, whether the person is of small cadre or is of highest cadre. No partiality at all. For example, you are MD of a company, you are a qualified electrical engineer having 35 years of experience. And one fine day morning, you are having a coffee in your mug and you are just putting your finger into the electric plug. What will happen? You are going to die. You will be stuck, right? Because this electric plug doesn't know your post power and position. Similar is the scenario for ethics, norms, and discipline, right? Even you are the support of lakhs and lakhs of people. If you do something wrong, if you just negotiate with the ethics, norms, and discipline, you will be helpless, right? You will become Besahara. Third habit, putting first thing first. I'm not talking about the priority listing that you keep on hearing. Here, Stephen has said that it's about family and work life balance. It's about family and work life balance. It's a very big statement, ladies and gentlemen. If you just ponder it from inside of your heart, right? Warren Buffett, the one of the most richest person of this world, when he used to hire an employee into his organization, Berkshire Hathaway, he used to check five basic things. First thing, academics of the person, what degree he is carrying along with him, intelligence, how intelligent he is, talent, how talented he is, and fourth is energy, right? And fifth is the integrity. What he said is a statement. Just notice the statement and write it down somewhere if you are having pen and a piece of paper. He said, Warren Buffett said, if somebody is less on first four, that means academics, intelligence, talent, and energy, less on four, but 100 upon 100 on integrity, fifth, then he will be my ultimate and natural choice. But if he is less on fifth and 100 on 100 on first four, then I will just reject him outrightly. That is, I will just throw him out of my office. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to about integrity, academics, intelligence, talent, energy, everything is uncounted. Everything is useless, ladies and gentlemen, because integrity is rare. Integrity is rare. You can't expect this integrity from the cheap people, right? Integrity is the richest of all the values. You are less on mind, but more on heart. You are less on mind, but more on heart. You will be more successful. But if you are more on mind, but less on heart, you will be less successful. Few people used to say we are intelligent, we know everything. Stephen said that it's fine, it's good that you are intelligent. You are having good intelligent quotient. But ladies and gentlemen, if somebody is having good intelligence quotient, he can be a good manager, good MD, good CEO of the company. But if somebody is having good emotional quotient, that is the good emotional intelligence, that means he knows to build a relationship. He knows how to tackle with the person. He knows how to maintain the behavior. He understands the body language, postures. Then that person becomes leader. That means he is one step above the intelligent people. But nowadays, it is been spoken about the another thing, that is spiritual quotient, spiritual intelligence. And those spiritual intelligence is those who are having this spiritual intelligence, they become legend, they become legend, right? In this regard, I would request everybody to order and read a book called Spiritual Intelligence, The Ultimate Intelligence, co-authored by Ian Marshall and Dana Johar, the lady called Dana Johar. So this is a wonderful book, you need to read it, right? Ladies and gentlemen, always having a pen and a piece of paper so that you just note it down the things and just use it in your life also. See, I'm just sharing with you a small story, small story. This will transform your thinking process. You might have heard about the Andrew Carnegie, right? He was such a big industrialist, he was such a big businessman. When he was in the last days of his life, as a ritual, as a practice over there, it has been asked, Sir, what would you like to engrave on your tomb? You are at the last days of your life. What would you like to engrave on your tomb? He said, I would like to engrave like this. Please write down, please engrave these words which I am telling on my tomb once I will be no more. Here lies a man who had given employment to the people who were more intelligent than him. See how big this statement is, right? Those people who were employed by Carnegie might be having good intelligence, but Andrew Carnegie was a leader. He was having good emotional quotient, emotional intelligence. Laughingly, I have heard somewhere it has been said that those who get 90%, they do medicine and mechanics and become doctors and engineers, and 15% lesser, that means in the range of 75%, goes into commerce line and opens up a company and employs the above two. And uh, more laughingly, those another 15%, that means in the range of 60%, goes into public line and makes policies for the above two. So, so you can understand, if you want to be a leader from manager, so you need to have strong emotional intelligence, right? So let's come to the fourth habit, that is think win-win. What is happening nowadays? Everybody wants to win, but by defeating others. This is a wrong philosophy, Stephen says. Philosophy should be that you also win, I also win. I be happy, you be happy. I prosper, you prosper. I be successful, you be successful. Right? If you have opened an agency of car agency, car dealership, and if some of your customer, prospective customer is coming to you for buying a car, then you will definitely earn your chunk of profit, but you should have to think of giving some benefits in return to that client, that prospective client. This philosophy is a win-win philosophy. How many of you have seen sunflower? Sunflower, when the sunlight is there, they just face the sunlight like this, right? And when the sunlight is not there, that means the dark, they face each other. Why is it so? Exactly, biologists and scientists have done a lot of research and found that when they are in the sunlight, facing the sunlight, they consume sunlight and store sunlight. And when there is no sunlight, that means darkness, then they face each other and share energy with each other so that both of them survive. This is a win-win philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. And this win-win philosophy, if you are having, Stephen says, then your success proportionate could be higher. That is definite. In Australia, there was a nurse who used to take care of terminally ill patients. And those patients and their relatives, everybody, even the medical staff, knew it that they are going to die within couple of days or weeks, right? So that nurse has prepared a form to and used to give it to those terminally ill patients to fill up. And there were two columns. One was what are the things you cherish and what are the things you regret throughout in your life you have lived so far. Two more, and she just got filled those thousands of forms and started her blog, and her blog got good appreciation, and somebody has told to just chop down it in the shape of a book, and a book was written for after that in the name of the title Five Regrets of Dying. Two most number one regrets those dying people was very common. Two regrets that I would like to share. She has written that why on earth did I work like a donkey? Why on earth did I work like a donkey? So what does it mean? That you shouldn't have to work? No, working is fine, but working like a donkey is not good. Number two regret. I should have spent more time with my family. That means I should have to come back on time and spend more time with my family, right? Do you know the one of the most richest person, Warren Buffett, used to come back to his house at 6 p.m. Kumar Mangalam Birla used to shuts his mobile at 8 p.m. Why is it so? Because they know the value of family, friends, health, and spirit. I would just suggest all of you to just watch 30 seconds video of ex-world CEO Brand Dyson, which says that everybody is having five balls of life. First ball is ball of work, which is made up of rubber. Friends, write down. Ball of work is made up of rubber. It will just fall down, touch the surface, and comes back. No effect. But the remaining four balls, that is the ball of family, ball of health, ball of friends, and ball of spirit, if they just fall, it will crack. If it doesn't crack, it will D-shape, but it will not remain as same as it was earlier. So why you just used to come back to home and holding the phone up till 11:30 at night? What exactly you are expecting, that you will get a call from the Prime Minister office or the President's office that Mr. So and so, this is the problem, you will be appointed as in the Joint Parliamentary Committee of this PMO office and you will have to sort out this problem? No, that is not the scenario. They are having 130 crores population for handling these kind of problems. If you talk about the India, habit number 5, seek first to understand and then to be understood. What is happening nowadays? Everybody wants that you just listen to me, you just understand me. Even the husband wife, why the relationships are breaking? Because everybody say you are not understanding me, husband say you are not understanding me. So that's why these relationships are not sustained for long, right? So what should be the philosophy? Philosophy should be this, that I will understand you and you also understand me. Right? This should be the philosophy. Stephen has used a very nice word over here, that be an emphatic listener. Be an emphatic listener, ladies and gentlemen. Just write down, be an emphatic listener. Listen not to answer, but to understand. Problem is happening, we are listening to the things just to answer, just to reply. We don't want to understand the things. If I am writing 6 at my side, another person is saying this is 9. This is 9. What is the solution? Solution is that I can just move to his position, see that he is saying 9, that he is fine, he is saying correct. Then I will have to just take him, hold him, and take him to my position and tell, see, this is 6. It should be a both way traffic. Right? So, habit number 6 is synergy. You might have heard of energy, but people used to say that Stephen has used first letter S to this energy and made synergy. So, what synergy is? Synergy is exactly when two or more than two people comes together to complete a common minimum program, and during this process the enthusiasm and joy they take and complete the task, and with the same joy and enthusiasm they start another task, that is called synergy. But what is happening nowadays? Lack of understanding, right? Less acceptance, right? So breakages are happening. I would like to share a small incident in California. California, there were redwood trees, those were of towering heights. Some were 150 feet high above the ground. So biologists and the scientists thought that they might be deep rooted. So they just researched and found that those redwood trees were shallow rooted, but the most important thing that they were entangled, their roots were entangled with each other, and that's why they were standing firm on the ground, and even the earthquake storms couldn't do anything to them, and they were very much safe. Come to the next habit, that is the 7th habit, that is the final habit: sharpen your saw. Here, saw, sharpen your saw, right? After researching these 3,000 successful people who were successful in all walks of life, being brothers, sister, mother, father, friend, in all walks of life they were successful. Stephen has noted that they were having these 3 things common. What were those 3 things? First one is they were working over on their physical saw. That means they used to maintain good health, right? They take good food, they used to do workouts, gym, yoga, and doing exercise, physical saw. Second is the mental saw. They used to read books, good stuffs, watch good stuffs. Warren Buffett, if you talk about Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, they used to, even the Narayan Murthy, Infosys, they used to read 6 to 7 hours daily, book reading only. Because this human life is not commensurate enough, ladies and gentlemen, to just have all the experiences in one life. You can read a number of books and gain from others' experiences too. Third one, the most important, is the spiritual saw. Spiritual saw, in almost in all those 3,000 successful people, one thing was common, that they used to connect with their creator, that is their ultimate, that is God, that is their Almighty, through their prayer and chanting the holy name. So before wrapping up, let's count all the 7 habits. First habit is being proactive. Second habit is begin with end in mind. Third habit is putting first thing first. Fourth habit is think win-win. Fifth habit is seek first to understand and then to be understood. Sixth habit is synergy. And seventh and final habit is sharpen your saw, your physical saw, your mental saw, and finally your spiritual saw. That means the connection with the creator all the times. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have done a lot of hard work, and we did lot of dedication for preparing this video. Please subscribe our channel so that we can just help you by uploading all the relevant and important videos which can multiply give you compounding benefits. So please subscribe my channel, author Ravi Sharma. Thank you so much and take very good care of yourself. Thanks for watching.